Hello and welcome everyone to our series of college fairs lined up this fall. It's great to welcome our guest today, very special friend from Bombay, Dev Mehta. He's the director of FRR Forex. And recently, just to give you some backdrop, my son just went to study abroad in the US, and I was looking for interesting ways to save money. And that's when I just called Dave and said, looks like that I'll have to spend so much just to send a foreign exchange for his tuition and living expenses. Is there a way I can get a good deal for exchange rates and stuff? So I think what that conversation led me to just thinking of saving money was enlightened so much by the details Dave and his team member Payal could share in the course of the weeks that we worked together to send the money to college. So that was just one step, which is like saving even a rupee of exchange rate would mean close to 80,000 rupees per year. So it's a 4-year course, substantial amount of money. But the other thing which I also noticed in the course of our conversation was they do many more things. They have tie-ups with student loan companies and also other service providers, which we'll get to learn about during the course of this conversation. So that's the introduction for Dev and my conversation with him earlier. Hopefully, the things he'll share with you will also help you plan your finances better and get a better experience when you get to college. So before we begin, I want to make a few announcements. Our college fair this time started a little early, so it's almost a 5-hour long affair, which is unique because we have many more interesting sessions lined up. So feel free to hop and join different sessions, and then once the sessions are over at 6:30 p.m., we'll start the actual fair. Some of our delegates and guests who are hosting tables at the fair are college admissions directors and educators who run organizations which you'll get familiar with. And don't forget, we also have student-led clubs. We have club tables where you can meet other students interested in STEM, non-STEM, community work, or any other areas that you would wish to sort of explore together. So without further ado, this is launching of our very exciting evening of events and the college fair. So over to you, Dev, as a guest of honor today. Love to hear what you have to say about planning finances. And I know when you went to college back then, things were a little different. But India opening up has offered so many interesting solutions for making families plan ahead and save money. Take it over.
Thanks a lot, Arjun. I think that was a very warm and appropriate introduction. Just exactly how chronologically we went through our process. So thanks a lot for having us at the first college. Our first college fair this year, and we look forward to working with you guys more and more. So good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being here this evening on a Saturday evening. I'm sure all of you guys are, I hope all of you guys are safe and doing well as are your families. For all the students, I think a very interesting time for you guys. But I mean, I think it's pretty sacrosanct now that you are all going to enjoy a great college experience, at least starting this year. So I think things hopefully should only improve in the next couple of years by the time all of you guys are ready to go. Let me tell you one thing. It is a great experience, and because I've been there, done that, though many years ago, except that COVID was not there at that time, so things were a little different. So coming to exactly what Arjun said, having lived in the US as well as the UK for my undergrad and my masters, we've learned a lot of things, and it has helped it has enabled me to evolve our business. So before we get into the presentation, it's going to be a short, quick presentation. I'm going to quickly show you a video, a 2-minute video about ourselves, and then I am going to dive into the presentation. So can you see my screen?
Yeah, Dev, but I think it's not moving yet. Just heard it started.
Can you see the screen now?
Yeah, done.
Hello, and welcome to FRR Forex. I'm Dev Mehta, a third generation entrepreneur. In this video, I'll be walking you through the benefits of transacting with us and how we can be your perfect foreign exchange solution. Having been in the business since 1983, we understand exactly what it takes to help you sail through your overseas education journey. I've had the good fortune of doing my undergrad from Pace University in the US and my MBA from Oxford University in UK. So I know exactly how exciting this journey is for you. And that is why with us at FRR Forex, the last thing you need to worry about is high foreign exchange rates, hidden charges, unresponsive call centers, and cumbersome documentation. Some of the key advantages of working with us are our special rates and low processing charges that make a significant monetary difference, an excellent on-demand customer service to address all your concerns promptly, and a smooth online KYC process which ensures that no unknown person can access your sensitive information. What's more, our value-added services like overseas student medical insurance and education loans, which are hard to find with most other companies of our nature. This means that all your requirements could be fulfilled under one roof. We go the extra mile to enable you to hedge your exposure so that you don't get too affected by the depreciating Indian rupee. Our remittance process is super seamless. Get in touch with us at least a day or two prior, submit all your documents, and complete your online KYC. On the day you'd like to make the transfer, all you need to do is make the payment at the mutually agreed upon rate, and you're good to go. Our partner bank will then transfer the funds to the beneficiary, and we will provide you the SWIFT copy the following morning. That's it. With all this, we also provide multi-currency cards, student travel packages, and internships, making FRR Forex your trusted one-stop shop. It's our commitment to make your overseas education finances a breeze. And that's why we guarantee you more money for your money. Great. So I think you guys have a fair gist of what we are going to speak about today. Um, and I'm quickly going to dive into my presentation. Apayal, my presentation can be seen, right?
Yeah, Dev. Yes.
Payal?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Dev, it's
Hello?
okay. Yep.
My presentation can be seen, right?
Yes, it is. It is
Okay.
clear.
Okay, great. So once again, good evening, everyone. I'm Dev Mehta from FRR Forex. It is my family business, and I've been involved in the business for the past 11 years. I have with me this evening my colleague from Delhi, Payal Chawla. She is a general manager in Delhi, and she has been working with us for the past 25 odd years. So quickly getting into what the topic for today is: decoding your overseas education finances, right? So first, before that, let me quickly give you a brief background about ourselves. Um, we are FRR, and FRR is floated by Parag and Janak Mehta. Parag Mehta is my father, and Janak Mehta is my dad's younger brother. They have been involved in the financial services industry since 1983, and both have been pioneers in their respective fields. My father, Parag Mehta, in foreign exchange, and my uncle Janak Mehta in equity broking. We used to be promoters of LKP Finance before, and my dad was successful in selling LKP Forex to Thomas Cook in 2007. Currently, we run three companies under the FRR umbrella. As you know, FRR Forex. We also have FRR Shares, which where we are brokers in the equity markets, in the secondary markets of India, authorized by SEBI to operate in these markets. And the newest business that we started about 5 or 6 years ago is FRR Immigration, where we specialize in immigration by investment. So basically, I'm sure all of you have heard there are several investment programs where countries ultimately give you residency or citizenship. We specialize in that. We started off with EB5, which is probably the most popular option for students and parents when they are looking at that when they're looking at studying in the US. So, you can get in touch with us for that as well. But coming to FRR Forex, because that's what we're here to speak to you about today. So we are an RBI licensed entity, and we are authorized to operate in the retail Forex markets of India. Like I said, FRR Shares is authorized by SEBI to operate in the secondary markets, and also immigration, FRR Immigration, where we specialize in immigration by investment. We are authorized by or recognized by SEBI to operate in these, to sell these products to people in India. Giving you a brief background about FRR Forex, it's currently run by myself and my father. Both of us have had the good fortune of studying abroad. My dad did his executive education at Harvard Business School. He did the OPM course from 1999 to 2001. Subsequently, when he graduated from Harvard Business School, he
Yeah, so I believe Dev's connection could be an issue. But what, in the interest of time, we can have questions regarding financing or student loans posted so that Payal, his colleague, could also take note of those and move forward. So, hi, Payal.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I guess there's some problem with the signals or something. I'll be ready for
Sure.
the question and answers. If anybody has any questions so far regarding your tuition fee or anything related to foreign exchange, uh, please feel free to write your questions.
Great. So the other thing is FRR Forex reps will be at the fair throughout. So you can meet them at their table. So once you go to the lounge feature, so typically our fairs are divided into two parts. One is the sessions that you're attending. And then there's the lounge where there are tables marked with names of the organizations and colleges. So once you find the name of, say, the school or university that you're keen to meet, you can just click on take a seat, which is like a button which says take a seat at that table, and start conversation. So it'll pop up as a video, sort of like a breakout room, typically in Zoom, but a way more interactive and interesting way to sort of interact with people. So make sure that don't forget that these are not just sessions. So once the sessions end at 6:30, all the action will move to the fair, which is at the lounge. FRR staff, Pile, Dev, and others will be at the desk, so you can always meet them. There are other organizations too, which might have showed up early because they have sessions. You can even connect with them. Okay, we have questions here. The rates offered by the bank are way higher, so you can have a huge saving transacting with us. Yes, of
This
course.
I
That's
had
another
just
question.
answered.
Okay.
This I had just answered to one question where somebody was asking how we are different from HDFC. That is
Okay.
how I just answered them.
Right. Okay, so since the interest of time, we have only slotted 15 minutes per session, including the Q&A. We will be recording, yeah, that's a good question. We will be recording all our sessions, and it'll be up on the YouTube channel, plus that will be linked to our collegefair.live website. So there is another question, Payal, for if our
Yeah, yeah. I'm just.
and what about crypto conversion? That I'm not sure yet, but typically I think yeah. So go for answering that question too, Payal.
I'm doing that.
Okay. Fine. At the fair, we have universities from the US, which is, I think, the bulk of the audience that we attract. Also, is looking for colleges in the US. Then there are a few representatives from Canadian universities, including Queen's, Victoria, and Guelph. In the course of our upcoming fairs, we'll add more Canadian universities and institutions to participate. In the UK, we currently have one, and then in the future, we'll have one more or a few more universities join our fairs. In Europe, we have a few universities that attend our fairs regularly. Plus, of course, Hong Kong universities here this time. So make sure to meet with the reps there if you're interested to know more about colleges in Asia. There was a question about Singapore. We don't have anyone from Singapore there as of now. But there's obviously interesting developments in Singapore. Yale NUS, which is a tie-up with Yale University and National University of Singapore, has recently announced that they are calling it quits. So they are no longer offering the courses together. So that's some interesting information for students who are interested in Yale NUS but might not really be able to apply. But NUS itself is offering a liberal arts curriculum, so it'll switch to becoming just NUS and not Yale NUS. Fine, so super cool. We'll switch to the next session, and looking forward to hearing from Dev at the table that he's going to be
Yeah,
at.
sure.
Bye.
See you soon.